I got over 700 million diamonds worth of fantasy packs. Now, it's been about a day since the update came out, and the price of these packs have dropped to 1.6 million, but if I had sold these like a couple hours after the update dropped, it would have been worth like 3 or 4 times more. Yo, what is up guys? Welcome back to a brand new Pet Sim 99 video. Today they came out with a pretty cool update in my opinion. It is a trading card event. So I'm going to go over everything that you need to know for this event, including all the enchants and boosts that you should be using and how everything works, just so that you know what you should be doing during this event. Now, before I get into this video, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and don't forget that once I reach 30,000 subscribers, I will be hosting a massive 50 huge pet giveaway on Pet Sim 99 and a 5 huge pet giveaway on Pets Go. But until then, I'll continue to give away at least 10 huge pets every single video, and if you want a chance to win one of those huge pets, all the giveaway information will be in the description. Okay, so in this newest update, they added a trading card event. Now, based on the patch notes, it does seem like they added quite a few stuff. However, as soon as you go into this event world, you might be shocked to find only one area and a couple of machines. So starting off the bat, I'm not really sure how I feel about this update. I feel like if they expand upon it in the next update and maybe add a few new areas or a couple new mechanics, it could be a lot better of an update, but currently it does not seem to be that great. But with that being said, the main objective of this update is to open as many of these card packs as you can using the coins that you get from the breakable area, so that you can craft yourself some pets using the cards. Now, for each card, you need 3 of them to actually craft the pet that is on the card. And if you're curious to see all the cards that are in the game and all the cards that you have, there is a little index thing over here. There is a possibility of getting huge pets and even titanic pets. However, these cards are going to be a lot more rare, and certain huge pets only come from certain packs. So specifically, the huge blurred axolotl will only come from the fantasy pack. So depending on what huge pet you want, you might want to take a look at what card pack you are going to be opening. Now, personally, I will definitely be opening the fantasy pack as many times as possible, since I'm pretty sure this is the pack that gives you the chance of getting the Titanic Cupcake Pegasus. Now, while you are opening packs, you do actually have a chance to get rainbows, shinies, goldens, and a combination of either. As you can see, I have a golden shiny Hellhound card, and basically it is a little tough because you do need 3 of that exact card to craft that variant of that pet. So it can be a little tough, especially if you're going for like a rainbow Titanic. You're going to need 3 rainbow Titanic cards, but that is how you get different variants of these pets. So you can also get rainbow, golden, and shiny variants of these pets. Okay, so with all of the general info out of the way, I now want to talk about everything that you can do to boost the amount of coins you are getting. Now, the first thing I do want to talk about doesn't directly affect the amount of coins you are earning, but they're going to be incredibly important if you are planning on playing this update, buying cards, and opening them. And so the thing that I want to talk about is the event upgrades over here. As you can see in this event upgrades menu, there are 4 different upgrades that you can get. Now, these upgrades cost upgrade cards, which can be dropped from the breakables at random. Now, a little later on, I'll be testing to see if Treasure Hunter actually works and affects the drop rate of these cards, but as is, they do not drop very frequently, so getting enough cards to max out all of these upgrades is gonna take you a while. So with that being said, I would definitely focus on some rather than others. Now, personally, for most of my other accounts, they will only be buying the packs and not opening them. So for most of my other accounts, I will be spending all of the upgrade cards that I get on the dirt cheap upgrade until it maxes out, so that I can buy the cards for as cheap as possible. However, on my main account, which I am opening up the cards on, as you can see, I put more of my cards into the maybe this time upgrade, since it does give you an increased chance at pulling a bonus card, which is pretty good since I'm going to be opening cards on this account. And then the cheaper conversions upgrade as well. Now, honestly, the bottom upgrade here, the purchase more packs upgrade, I think is kind of useless, so I would definitely upgrade the other ones first, but definitely go for the dirt cheap first if you are planning on buying the packs and possibly selling them and not opening them. And then if you are going to be opening them, probably focus on the maybe this time upgrade instead. Okay, so moving on to enchant loadout. Now, I'm going to test out a few enchants to see if they work. However, if you have lightning orbs or nightmare orbs, I would definitely recommend including those in your loadouts. Unfortunately, I do not have any of those, and I do not want to spend the diamonds to get them for each of my 7 accounts. And honestly, they are a bit overkill, considering the final loadout that I will be showing you is more than good enough for you to farm this event. However, starting off with exclusive enchants, as I said, lightning and nightmare orbs, you can use those, but most other exclusive enchants do not work. So Diamond Gift Hunter does not work. The Boss Chest Mimic and anything that spawns like a Chest Mimic or a Lucky Block will not work. And clearly, since you cannot be hatching eggs in this event world, the active huge overload is completely useless. The only exclusive enchant that I will personally be using is the super magnet. Considering this is one of the only event worlds where the orbs don't get teleported to you, as you can see, without a magnet, some of the orbs stay there and will not come to you. So I know that most players do not have a super magnet. However, you can simply use a magnet 3 enchant and that'll work just fine. Now, when it comes to the lucky eggs enchants, I will talk about this a little bit at the end of the enchant loadout, but considering you're not going to be hatching or opening packs while you were AFKing the breakable area, there is no point of having these on. And when it comes to diamonds enchants, unfortunately in this event world, you earn very little to no diamonds for it to actually be useful to include in your loadout. But if you do want to, you can. Now moving on to strength enchant. Now to test if the strength enchant actually works, I'm going to see what my pet's damage is on one of these crates, and then I will compare it to the damage that it does when I have it equipped. So currently, if I go up to one of these crates, let me turn off auto tap quickly and then have him go up to a crate. He does about 99 damage. Yeah, 99 damage to the crate every hit. Now, if I put on 2 strong pets enchants and I make him go to one of the crates, he still does 99 damage. So strength enchants do not affect the pet's damage in this event world, so those are going to be useless as well. And I did run a little test to see whether or not Treasure Hunter works. So here is that test. Now, the only thing that you really want to be getting from this breakable area is the upgrade cards. So I will be comparing the amount of upgrade cards that I am getting between 2 accounts over 10 minutes of AFKing. So let me quickly get my other account in this world. Okay, and as you can see, both accounts are here and one of them has Treasure Hunter and one of them does not. So I'm going to AFK for 10 minutes on both accounts in the same breakable area and see how many of these upgrade cards that I will get. They will both be using a team of rainbow huge pets, and since stat pets are very important when it comes to damage in this world, they will also be using these same stat pets. So I'm going to trade over a fairy moth to both accounts. Okay, and then on this account that has other stat pets, I'm going to box up those stat pets quickly so that it does not use them. All right, and then I do want to note that on this account, I do have 29 cards. So I'll subtract that from the total at the end of this trial. Okay, so on the account on the right, I started with 29 cards and I now have 69, meaning I got 40. And then on the account on the left, I had 0 cards at the start and I now have 38, meaning I gained 38. So basically about the same amount of cards on both accounts. And one of them did have 2 Treasure Hunter 10 enchants on. So it does seem like Treasure Hunter does not affect the drop rate of these cards, unfortunately. And so as you can see, Treasure Hunter does not work. So this is going to be useless as well, unfortunately. Now moving on to the coins enchants. Okay, so if I go over to a crate over here and break it, I got a bonus that time, but I did get 160 coins. Let's just break another one just to see how many I can get. About 140. Okay, and then if I put on 2 coins enchants and break another crate, I only got 50 that time. And about 100 that time. So yeah, it does not seem like coins enchants actually affect the drop rate of the coins in this world. So those are going to be useless as well. So clearly most of the common enchants that you would normally be using do not work in this world. Now moving on to the little more obscure enchants. So when it comes to the more obscure enchants, most of them unfortunately do not work. Fruity does not work because you cannot have any fruits active, and explosive also seems to not work in this area. I tested it out and could not get it to activate, so I do not think this works either. However, what does work is the speed books. So as you can see, currently my pets are moving around decently fast, but not too fast. But if I put on 2 speed 5 books, you can see they are moving around a lot faster now. They're basically teleporting. So yeah, speed books definitely do work. And because of that, I would also recommend putting on happy pets, because we know for a fact that speed does affect the pets in this area. And this also says it gives you 40% attacking speed. So if that does work, then that is also a nice added bonus, but you should use this just for the speed boost alone. And then I did go ahead and get my hands on a Nightmare Orb enchant just because I know for a fact this does work. As you can see, the orb does spawn and he is shooting breakables. So if you can afford it, I know it is pretty expensive, definitely get yourself a nightmare orb for the extra damage. Now, lightning orbs does act the same way as nightmare orbs, so it does also work, but it is pretty tough to get your hands on. But if possible, try to fill up this middle slot with lightning orbs if you do have it. Okay, and once you have your loadout, whether or not you have lightning orbs or not, I would fill up the rest of your slots with at least magic orbs. And I'm not sure if you can use multiple nightmare orbs. I don't think you can, but if you can, then you could swap out some of these magic orbs with nightmare orbs. But this is pretty much what my loadout is going to be look like while I am AFKing. However, when it comes to the luck enchants and the rainbow egg enchant, since it does say the game passes are active in this area, I think luck might play a part in the cards that you actually pull from the packs. So when I'm actually opening packs, I will be putting on 2 lucky egg 10s and then also a rainbow egg just in case they do work. If they don't, I'm really losing nothing from having them on. So yeah. So with that being said, that is what my enchant loadout is going to be looking like. Now, moving on to the most important thing you can do to actually increase your damage, and that is to use good pets. So as you can see, pets that you actually craft from the cards in this event world do a lot more damage than any of the other pets from any other worlds. So definitely make sure you have some of the higher level pets from this event world to do the most amount of damage as possible. And then if you can, make sure you're using a full team of exclusive pets, at least maybe even a full team of huge pets if you have them, or at the very least a full team of pets from this event world so that you can do as much damage as you possibly can. And then with that being said, I do want to quickly talk about boosts overall. As you can see in the bottom left, the only 2 boosts active are the 2 game passes here. So when it comes to potions and boosts, these are going to be useless. You do not have to have any active, which is kind of nice, honestly, in my opinion. However, the one thing that you can be using while you are AFKing is flags. Unfortunately, sprinklers don't work, but flags do. Now, in my opinion, since Treasure Hunter doesn't work on the drop rate of the cards, I'm going to assume exotic treasure flag also won't work, and since damage enchants do not work on the pets, I'm going to assume strength flags, shiny flags, and rainbow flags also will not work. So in my opinion, the best flag to use is going to be the hasty flag, since it will speed up your pets even more, allowing them to reach the breakables faster. And then the very last thing I do want to quickly talk about is the ultimates. Now, ultimates do work in this breakable area and will help you break a lot more breakables. So use the best ultimate that you have. Ideally, it would be at least a tornado, but it is really up to whatever you can afford. Okay, and now that you know everything that you can possibly do to increase your damage, break the breakables faster, and get yourself a ton of these upgrade cards, I'm going to AFK on 7 accounts for around 4 hours to see how many coins I can get and how much profit I can actually get from this event, as these packs are actually going for quite a bit, despite being kind of cheap relative to the amount of coins that you get from AFKing. So yeah, I'm going to AFK, and then I will be back once I am done. Now, for those wondering how I do AFK and play on multiple accounts on one PC, go check out my tutorial that is linked in the description or click the pop-up on screen. Now, before I show you the results of the AFKing, I do want to quickly check my mailbox. If you want to donate to me using the mailbox, my username is loopedmuffin_rbx. To save time in the videos, I only shout out anything over 5 million diamonds in wrap or any exclusive pets. But thank you to everyone who sends me mail. Thank you so much, Pet Legend Pro, for the 2 Matroshki foxes. Thank you. And thank you so much, Plaza Arty, for the event cool egg. Thank you. That is so much. Thank you. And thank you 511KC for the 50 million diamonds. I will think about making a video on that. Thank you for the suggestion. And thank you Happy for the 6 million diamonds, and happy birthday to you. And thank you to everyone else who sent me mail. Okay, so I ended up AFKing for a bit longer than I expected. I actually AFK'd overnight, so for around like 10 to 12 hours. And I am now back, and I'm going to spend all of the coins that I have on the fantasy packs and then trade them over to my main account. And let's see how many I can actually get. Now, I will also be spending my upgrades on my alt accounts on the dirt cheap upgrade, just so that it's cheaper for me to buy the packs. And then on my main account, I'll be buying the maybe this time upgrade instead. Alright, so I went ahead and bought all the packs that I could and traded them over, and as you can see, I got over 700 million diamonds worth of fantasy packs. Now, it's been about a day since the update came out, and the price of these packs have dropped to 1.6 million, but if I had sold these like a couple hours after the update dropped, it would have been worth like 3 or 4 times more. So that is pretty insane. But still, 700 million diamonds is still a lot, especially for only using 7 accounts, so that is easily over 100 million diamonds per account. If I was smart, I would sell these. However, I do want to see if I can get myself the Titanic card, so I am going to open these. Okay, so that took quite a while, but I finally opened all the packs, and as you can see, I did not get a single huge or Titanic card, which is honestly very surprising for 500 packs or 700 million diamonds worth of pack. Now I got quite a bit of Hydra cards and fairy moth cards, which I will definitely be selling before they drop in price. But honestly, I didn't really get too many good things. I can craft a couple Wicked Agonies, which is pretty neat, and I got a couple gold and rainbow versions. But besides that, didn't really get anything. So yeah, if you were going to be opening packs, I probably would not recommend it unless you have like over 1,000, because your chances of getting a huge or Titanic are clearly not that great. Or at least I would recommend opening probably the Nightmare pack instead, since you can get 5 times more pack and probably give yourself a much better chance at getting a huge pet. So I'm going to spend some time in the trading plaza selling some stuff, but with all that being said, if you enjoyed this video or found any of it useful, don't forget to like and subscribe, and don't forget that once you reach 30,000 subscribers, I will be hosting a massive 50 huge pet giveaway on PetSim99 and a 5 huge pet giveaway on Pets Go. With all that being said, I hope you all have an amazing day and good luck grinding. Congratulations to this user for being the first person to comment on my last PetSim99 video with their Roblox username. You have won yourself a free huge pet. I do these kind of giveaways every single video, so if you want a chance to be the first commenter and win yourself a free huge pet, make sure to turn on post notifications. Now this video is a re-upload, so it is only fair that I give the first commenter from the first upload a free huge pet, so I'm going to be doing that right now. Congratulations to that user for being the first commenter, and here is your huge pet. It is time to reveal the winners of the giveaway for my last PetSim99 video. Since this video did reach its first like goal of 500 likes, I will be adding an extra 5 huge pets to this giveaway for a total of 15 huge pets. As always, the usernames of all the winners will be shown on screen at the end of this time lapse. Congrats to all of the winners.